Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the new Amazon Prime TV show. Let's talk about it. The new Mr. and Mrs. Smith TV show is now out. All 8 episodes are out on Amazon Prime for you guys to go and check out right now, so you can go and binge them. Now, I have sat down and I've watched all 8 episodes, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on it. Now, this is you remember that movie with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that movie that was absolutely crazy with them trying to kill each other. You know that movie, yeah. Well, this is the same thing. Donald Glover has come in and used that idea and built a TV show around it. Now, I love Donald Glover. I think his writing is really, really good. I think he's getting better and better every single time. And I was excited for this because I was like, dude, it's Donald Glover. I mean, this seems like something that he would be right up his alley. So he stars in it. And I tell you what, it's a fun show. This is a really fun show. Now, it's very much like it's like a dramatic action comedy. There's a lot of comedy in here. Some of it doesn't land every single time, but I would say about majority of it. So we're looking about like 80% of it landed for me. May not land for you guys, but I thought the jokes throughout the film and the comedy was good. And I didn't feel like it overshadowed when it needed to be serious at all, because there are some dramatic elements in this actual show, especially when it comes to them as a couple. And I wasn't expecting that, because it starts off with the first few episodes and it doesn't really get into it until the 4th episode. What I mean by that is the first 4 episodes are pretty much you getting introduced to these characters and these characters getting introduced to themselves, because they've just been put into a relationship when they don't know each other. And now they're trying to figure out each other, trying to figure out, can I trust you? What are our boundaries in that? And then obviously the affection in that, when you're living and working with someone 24/7, you start to develop feelings and that. So it's all about developing that. And it's really, really good. And I really enjoyed that. And then episode 4 is when you start to see the impact of that happen on their relationship and just see where it's going when they meet another particular couple who have a role to play in this show as well. So you have all that. And then you have them basically playing chess with each other emotionally. So trying to work out, where is he standing? Where is she standing? What is she hoping to get out of this? Why is she doing this? So I love all that whole jumping back and forth between them. And then there's one particular episode 6, I believe it is, which is all about them and their relationship when they go to counseling to figure out the stuff that's going on. Now, they can't exactly tell anyone what they're doing. They're not supposed to tell anyone what they're doing and why they're doing it or anything like that. So they use like sort of a code way of how they work and what they do. It's a really fun sequence, the whole entire episode in episode 6 with the actual therapist. And what I loved about that episode is it shows you the deterioration of their relationship and just where they're coming from as they, it's really good because it goes from like, the phase where you first meet, you're dating and that, and you're like, oh yeah, this is good. Then you get to the honeymoon stage where you're like, I gotta be around you 24/7. I love you. And it's everything like that. And then you get to the next stage where it's like, okay, you're starting to get on my nerves now. And now they're at the stage in this episode where it's like, you just see after every single mission that they go on, the couch, you just watch them on the couch and how they get separated like this. And I just really enjoyed it. And it gave you like this deep thought of how they see each other and how they're viewing and how their relationship is deteriorating at this particular time and the stresses of their work and that. And then when you get into the final 2 episodes, it just becomes this bonkers action crazy, just like the movie, where you kind of like, okay, this is cool. I'm enjoying this. And then I'm not going to spoil it just in case anyone has seen it. There's something that happens in the final episode as well, with something that happens in a previous episode. Something comes back and, it's them basically rekindling things and stuff like that. And then the ending itself is very ambiguous. It is very ambiguous. I know why they did it, because I have a feeling we're getting a season 2, and I would not be opposed to a season 2. I feel like there's enough here for you to then go on to a season 2 and do more with it. So I like that. But there are some brilliant cameos in here. I mean, Ron Perlman is in it, and his episode, he is absolutely great in it. He's funny as well. There's like a joke about it pushing a man off a building, an old man off the building. Loved him in that episode. Paulson's in here as well. She is great. She's the therapist. Really enjoyed her. Paul Dano's in here. It's great to see him again. He's the hot neighbor. And dude, the Paul Dano's character is hilarious when you actually find out who he is and what he is and everything like that. It's the funniest thing, man. It's a twist that I didn't see coming at all. And it kept me guessing, like, what is this person's deal? And then when the reveal gets it, it's friggin' all, it's really good. It's a really good reveal, and I like that. I thought that was hilarious. And it worked for the context of where things are going. Now, there's this other couple that you meet as well, and they are, yeah. You know more about them and what they do and everything like that, and you don't get a good vibe from the start, so that's kudos to the writing, because that's what it's meant to be. But I really like the story that they told here with these characters, and I like the character of John and Jane. I really liked where they went with these characters and the arcs they went on and how they come around full circle. I thought it was brilliant, and you know, it's like taking that experiment of Married at First Sight, but doing it properly in a way. Like, this is how it should be, because you know, it's not like that crap show, but that's what it feels like to a degree, because they're married when they meet each other and that. But it's great, and when you see them go on missions and that, and you see them, the chemistry is brilliant between them. I think the chemistry was great, and at first I was like, I don't know how I feel about Jane here, but as the episodes went on, you start to understand and start to enjoy, you know, their connection and their chemistry and how they work on screen. And I thought that is a testament to the writing as well in this show. I thought the score was great. I really enjoyed the score. I thought the cinematography was great. Sometimes it's a bit dark in certain scenes and you can't see what's going on. And some of the camera angles, there was this one particular camera angle where it went really dark and that, and there was flashes and that, and it kind of, I didn't know where they were, what was going on in there. So there is a bit of that in here, but it's not like constant or anything like that. But overall, I thought this was a solid first season. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm interested to see if they do a season 2. It feels like they left it open like that for a season 2, or they could just leave it as one season, but I don't think they will. I think they're going to do another one. So I enjoyed it. I like the lore and everything that they built, the world that they built as well. And I'm intrigued to see where they go with it and to see more about this agency and everything that they work with. I just think I thought it was a good time. It was a good time. The action was great as well. I had fun with the action. It's not like John Wick level action or anything like that, but for what it was a good action. Like, it was good action sequences. I had fun with it. The gun fu was decent. Yeah, it felt real. It felt grounded. It didn't feel like I was watching these people that were like just pinpoint perfect all the time. It felt more authentic. So that's a win in my opinion. But let me know what you guys thought of the first season of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Did you guys enjoy it? Smash it down in the comment section below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.